All right. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to CamMMA, whatever. It might change the name. I don't know. CamMMA for now. Um, Today is UFC 327. If you guys didn't watch my prediction video, it's up on the channel. Took a minute to upload, so that's why it came out a little late, but I think it uploaded yesterday, so go check it out if you didn't see it. And today, before the fights, we are going to be doing a tier list of all my favorite fighters. Just, so I can kind of do this for me, but then also, if you guys are new to the channel and you guys give a fuck, like, these are my favorite fighters, just so you know, like, going into predictions, whatever, whatever. And I'm going to probably honestly do, like, kind of an updated version of this every so often, just because, obviously, like, favorite fighters change all the time. You kind of have your core. Like the S tier will probably always be the same for me, but as prospects fight more and come up more and whatever the case is, it could always change depending on fights and things like that. But honestly, we have a lot of names to get into. A lot of names on this tier list that were already on this. I found this on this website. I'm just gonna leave off because I'm just gonna do the ones that I feel like I can give a decent opinion on, in a spot too. Like some of them I just really don't feel any type of way about. So um, I guess let's just get into it because we have a long video ahead of us. So we're gonna start with Aaron Pico. Aaron Pico fights today against Pitbull. I do think, like, if you watch my prediction video, I do have Aaron Pico winning. It's just like for now, I feel like it'd be kind of crazy for me to put him anything over even a C. I like Pico, but he's just. I'm gonna put him in. I don't dislike him, like, so it's weird. Like I just feel like he's like okay, like, and this to me is like my favorite. Like this has nothing to do with skill. I mean, obviously, if I like the most skilled fighter, that's what I like. But I'm gonna go C for Pico. I do like Pico. I think he's a cool guy, and I think he could have a good career in the UFC. He's just has a good fighting style too, and he like that first fight was pretty entertaining. Obviously, he got slimed out, but it's just one of those things with him. Then we have Emmanuel Rodriguez, young, real young, flyweight coming up. I think he trains with DC, and I watched this fight on the Contender Series. I watched his debut against Kevin Bojas, and I think he's solid. Honestly, I like him. I'd put him in B. He's just young and he's just kind of up and coming. Has a good record. I think he was on Tough. Um, but yeah, I think he's a solid fighter. I mean, I definitely like him. Like, cause he's just young and he's entertaining. Flyweights to me are one of the more entertaining weight classes too. So I always tend to like them a lot more. But so I'm gonna just throw him at B, and then Abdul Rachmanov, whatever. I know he's got a long name. Like, there's just so many names I had to fucking think of to go through this list. So if I forget people's names, like, it's just gonna happen. I actually do like him a lot, and I'm gonna do it in a way to where if I put him above him, I like him more. I think he's a B fighter for me as well because I think he's actually like such a good prospect at light heavyweight. I think he's, and especially light heavyweight. I know light heavyweight's kind of getting a little better because like a lot of the middleweights that were struggling to make weight are moving up there, like Robert Whitaker and RDR, and obviously Paulo Costa fights tonight. But I just feel like he's, especially if we're talking prospects, I think he's a better prospect than Rodriguez. Um, but I just think I do like him more as well as fighting style. I've seen all of his fights in the UFC, obviously, his Contender Series fight, and I think he's just solid. And then moving on to Eamon Zahabi. Eamon Zahabi to me, like, I just don't fucking like him. Like, he's boring as fuck, honestly. Like, and I'm not gonna put him F. Like, F is gonna be reserved for like fighters I absolutely hate. Like, Zahabi's like okay. Like, he's not like a bad guy or anything. Like, he seems like a cool guy, um, out there in Canada, and I just feel like he just is. He's just honestly not a fun fighter, and he's on this big win streak, but he's really not fighting anybody crazy, and he's gonna go fight Sean O'Malley at the White House, which I think is just complete bullshit. Like that he's fighting Sean O'Malley at the White House. Um, it should be like Sanhagen or just anyone else, honestly. But we're gonna throw Zahapi at D. I just don't really like him all that much. And then Pereira, be the first S tier. Pereira is just a beast. I mean, he's just so likable. Um, and I'm looking forward to his next fight. I don't want to, I don't want to talk too much about everyone, so I'm just gonna keep it rolling. Alexander Hernandez, another guy. Just honestly, I actually just don't even like. I'd even say I don't like him as. I'd say I like Zahabi more. I don't know what it is about Hernandez. I just do not like him. Like there's just something about him, and he's on a run right now too. He's got a few wins in a row. But this motherfucker, for some reason I just don't like him. I don't know what it is, but we'll just move on. Volk is like an A tier to me. Volk is just a really likable guy. He's a really good guy, nice guy, and he's just so good too, and he's just so technical, and um, he's honestly pretty fun to watch. And um, I don't think anyone dislikes Volk. Only reason I'm not putting him S is just because I feel like, I mean, his most recent wins have literally been against Diego Lopez, who I love Diego Lopez. Um, I mean, I like Diego Lopez more than I like Volk, but like I'm not mad that Volk is winning these. Like, Lopez just isn't that level of fighter yet, and he just came back and lost even worse than the first time, which just completely pissed me off as a fan of him. But yeah, I'm gonna leave Volk at A. He's just, and I don't know, he's just a really good fighter, nice guy. And then we have Pantoja. Pantoja is going to be another A, but he's going to go above Volk. Pantoja is just a fucking beast, and um, I was in Vegas at 323 when he broke his arm or dislocated his shoulder or whatever, and it was tough, man. Because I was looking forward to that fight. First 20 seconds, it looked like it was going to be a banger, but he's always in bangers, and he's definitely up there as probably one of my favorite flyweights. Then we have Aljo. Like, Aljo's a C tier for me. I'm going to probably put him above Aaron Pico, though. I mean, I don't think he's, like, a necessarily boring fighter. He's got a decent, like, personality, he's just, he's just Aljo, He's never going to be up there. Not crazy power or anything. Like, he's a good wrestler, but like I don't know. He's got a fight with Yusuf Zalal coming up as a main event of a fight night, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm gonna just leave him there at C. Alonzo Minifield is like another C. I'd probably say I like him less than Pico. He's got a fight in China coming up against Ming Yang, who will be on this tier list as well. I don't really have a super strong opinion on him. I just he's just there, kind of. He has some good finishes. He got absolutely demolished by Carlos Olberg, who we'll talk about later. But yeah, he's alright. Delisha, honestly, like, I like Delisha. And, like, Delisha would have been at, like, B. But, like, this dude literally just keeps getting beat. Like, he literally slimes out Ty Burr. I'm gonna put him above Pico. But he gets slimed out by Tybura and then just forgets how to fight. I mean, he loses to Waldo, and I picked Delisha in that fight. I really thought Delisha was gonna beat him, but obviously, like, now Waldo is kind of moving up the ranks as one of the better heavyweights, and then he lost his most recent fight as well, and he's just, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about him. He's just not all that great, but you don't really have to be that good to be a high ranked heavyweight, and he kind of shows that. Um, Fluffy, I do like Fluffy a lot. He's gonna go in the B. I'm gonna probably put him above these two prospects. Fluffy's a fun fighter and just a fun personality as well. It sucked that he lost against Sean Strickland. I was really pulling for him. You'll see where I put Sean Strickland later on. But Fluffy's just one of those fighters I think a lot of people do like as well. I think maybe if he was getting hate before, it's because he was fighting Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland's got a pretty strong fan base, like, classic Sean Strickland stuff. But then next we have Arman Sarukian. Like, Arman to me is in the S tier. Like, Arman's one of my favorite fighters, and I thought this before he was even doing all that shit on social media. Like, I don't fucking like Aiden Ross. But he's going on Aiden Ross's stream and doing all this shit and doing all stuff with Nina Drama. Like, Nina Drama also I don't care for that much, but, in the sense of, like, social media and the way she's portrayed and stuff. But, just doing all this social media stuff, but more than just the social media stuff, he's so active in wrestling competitions, and he had, like, those 2 wrestling matches with that wrestler, and Um, he's just fucking crazy, and you just never know. I think he's obviously very good. I think majority of people know how good he really is. And I think it'd be. I mean, honestly, I can't wait to see him in a title fight, and I hope he gets the title. I think one day he'll for sure get it. But like when Ilya leaves the UFC to do boxing, I'm not saying he's gonna beat Ilya, but I'd say if he fights Ilya, he has a really good chance. If it's not going to be Islam beating Ilya, it's going to be Arman. And if Ilya beats Arman, then I'd be upset because I like Arman more. But yeah, I just really like Arman. And then Arnold Allen, to me, honestly, I want to put him A because he's just such a likable guy. But I'm gonna put him high B because you will see. You'll see why I did that later. I like him more than Fluffy. He's just a likable guy, man. He's hilarious. When he fought Gene Silva, I was going for Silva, but still, it was just such a fun fight. So I'm gonna throw him B. He's got a main event coming up soon against Costa. We'll talk about Costa later. And then Gutierrez, um, I'm gonna put him high. I'm gonna put him low B. I like him a lot. I think his looks are great for the UFC. He just has this amazing build for middleweight as well, and I like him so much. But it's just like he's fighting straight bums. Sorry, and he's even got a fight against Ozzy Diaz coming up, which isn't like the worst fight, but it's just like they're never gonna really test him. And even like his last fight, like he went to decision. He was throwing haymakers, but like he just wasn't putting the guy out. So he kind of lost some of that aura because he looked good in the fight, but it just kind of showed how one dimensional he was, in my opinion. But I'm gonna still throw him low B. I don't think he's gonna be this like crazy high ranked fighting for the title type of fighter, but I think he'll he'll be all right. I think he'll be solid. He'll just be this like scary looking guy in the division. A lot of people don't want to fight him. But I think after that last fight, I think he'll be getting more fights, and a lot of people will want to expose him, and I think a lot of people can. So, and then we have Azamat, who fights tonight. Honestly, dude, I really like Azamat. I'd even put him, like, I'd put him here. I really like Azamat, and I think his personality's like kind of getting shown a little bit with this Paulo Costa fight, just because Paulo's like going crazy at him. I want him to kill Paulo Costa. And if he kills Paulo Costa, you're telling me he doesn't get a title shot? Like, because who else in that division's going to get it? I mean, um, you have Magomed Ankalaev coming off the loss, obviously, to Pereira. I don't think it'd be fair for him to automatically get a new chance. And then you've got Azamat here, who's undefeated and undefeated in the UFC as well. And if he beats Paulo Costa coming up from middleweight, I think, hey, I'd give him a title shot against either Yuri or Olberg, and I think that'd be a banger. He's getting up there in age, but I think he's likable. I think a lot of people are maybe leaning Paulo Costa on the more likability, but I don't know. I just like Azamat. And then we have Susarkayev here. Honestly, dude, like this guy's overrated as fuck in my opinion. Like I guess he's better than Alonzo Menifield. Like I'm going for him in his next fight too. It's just one of those things for me where sorry, where like he's just overrated and none of like he tries to fight super cocky and like his last fight that just didn't go well for him. He still won obviously, but he's kind of fighting cans right now. He got a lot of hype when he just took that fight on super short notice. After the Contender Series fight. But yeah, I'll leave that at that. Bilal Muhammad, just another like boring fighter in my opinion. Decent personality. Like I wouldn't say I dislike him more than Aaron Pico, but like I'd put him here. I like Aljo more for sure. He's just boring, honestly. Boring champion, boring guy, boring fighter. He's part of a decent camp there with Brandon Allen and stuff, but just I don't know. I don't think a lot of people like Bilal Muhammad as a fighter. And then like Dariush, honestly, like is another like C tier. Dariush just always is getting slimed out. I'd put Dariush like here, honestly. Like he's gonna get slimed out by Quillen Salkill in this next fight. He's just losing bad. And this is like current favorite, so it's like I know Dariush has had like this storied career or whatever. He's had a good career, but I just don't. I'm not a huge fan of him, especially in his current state. Like he needs to just retire and focus on coaching, in my opinion. Benoit Saint Denis, honestly, like he's gonna go probably in front of Volk. I know it's crazy, but like whenever I'm watching a Benoit Saint Denis fight, like you know that shit's gonna be a banger. He's got fraud checked, but then he's bounced back from it. Like this guy's on a fucking huge run right now, and I'm looking forward to see his run. To see this run he's on. If he fights Armin next, or if he fights whoever. I mean, I don't know who he's gonna fight next, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to see him move up in the lightweight division. Bo Nickel, like I'm just gonna throw him here. He's became a little bit more likable with his beef with Colby Covington, so he's not an F. The only reason why I even want to put him F is because like the dude literally just keeps getting pushed by the UFC. Like we do not want to see this guy on the White House card. We do not want to see this guy on every fucking pay-per-view. Like or you know, it's on Paramount now, but you know what I mean. Like I don't want to see this guy pushed to the fucking moon. Like it just is what it is. I think he's solid. I think if they didn't push him, he would go on to have a good career, but like they're just pushing him, pushing him, pushing him. I think he probably beats Kyle Dawkins, unfortunately, but I'm gonna just leave him there. King Green, I love King Green. I'd probably put him. It's so hard because like these are all like really great fighters, and then it's just King Green. But I mean, I'd put King Green probably here. I love King Green. Like King Green is such a likable guy, and he's not in boring fights, and he's just himself. He's old as fuck, and he's still knocking people out. I like King Green a lot. And then we have Bogdan Guskov, who I actually like as well. Um, like he fought on the card that I went to in Las Vegas, and I, I'd say that he's a C. He kind of should have won that Jan Blachowicz fight, but then he just kind of like it almost like he fucking gave up and like, just let it be a draw at some point. I'm gonna throw him in C. They were supposed to rematch, I think on the next card, 328, but I do like him though. Brian Ortega, like I don't see the hype with this guy. I know he went on a run, but he's just fucking falling off a cliff, and he's always backing out of fights. I'd say I like Dariush more, honestly. Bruno Ferreira, I actually like Bruno Ferreira a lot. I'm gonna throw him above Bilal. I know he just lost to RoboCop, but like that's a solid loss, and he's beat him once in his career already. But he's just solid, man. Bryce Mitchell, like I would have put Bryce Mitchell F, but like I actually think he's like fucking hilarious now. So I'm gonna throw him bottom of C. Minifield's probably gonna, jump it down a spot, but like he just literally is probably one of the stupidest fucking fighters ever, and he just is actually kind of funny. Like it's turned into like humor at this point for me. Kyle Braulio is 100% going in A. I'd even put him here. I'd put him in front of Pan. No, I'm not. But I love Braulio. He's one of my favorite fighters. I was upset when he lost to Imavov, but he's just all the fighting nerds, honestly. All like the main fighting nerds. I love them all, and I know that's pretty like basic, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I think that they're all pretty cool, and Braulio is one of my favorites. And then Cam Rousden to me, like he's a fighter that I kind of I watched his Contender series, and I've watched all of his fights, and I've just kind of really liked him. That's why I'm throwing him high B. I know it's crazy to throw him high B, but and it's not that he's crazy insane good, but I just like him a lot, and I like all the Australian fighters because my favorite YouTuber is Bedtime MMA, so he's Australian. He always hypes up all the Australian fighters. But Cam Rousden, he's solid, man, and I just like watching his fights. He's a Finnish guy, and I just feel like I've been there since day one with him. So, and then Protest is another A. I'd probably even put Protest above Braulio. He's got a fight with JDM coming up. That's gonna be a banger. But Protest is such a likable guy, and I think he's obviously. I think everyone loves Protest. But let's just move on to Olberg here. Olberg I like a lot. I think Olberg is high B as of right now. Olberg is. He's getting a lot of hate obviously because he's fighting Yuri, and I see that. You'll see where I put Yuri later, and in my prediction video, I picked Yuri. But Olberg is good. I mean, if he slimes out Yuri, I'm not gonna be totally surprised. I'm gonna be upset, sure, but I wouldn't be against Olberg being our champion. It's just I like Yuri a lot more. But Olberg is a likable guy. I think he gets a lot of hate because who he's fighting, and he's just slimed out Dominic Reyes, another fighter who has a big fan base. I mean, I don't know. I think he's underrated, but like he really shouldn't be. Like he's fighting for the title. Like is he really counted being underrated? I don't know, but I like him honestly. Charles Jourdain. I mean, not no. This is Charles Jourdain. I'll just do him since I said his name. Um, he's all right. I mean, I'd put him there. He's all right. You know, that's all I really got to say about him. Last fight was cool. He's all right. Charles Johnson. I actually like Charles Johnson a lot. I'm gonna probably put him here. He's just such a fucking weird fluky fighter, man. He's so good, but he'll just never reach that full potential. He has wins over top young contenders and then losses to like whatever fighters. Like Charles Johnson is just funny to me. And he's kind of from my area a little bit, not too far from me, so I just like him. He's just a funny guy. Oliveira, automatic S tier. I mean, like if these two fought, I would want Armin to win. So I'm gonna put Oliveira here. But and obviously they've already fought once. But I love Oliveira. Oliveira is just an absolute fucking legend. Does that last fight against Max Holloway kind of lower him a little bit? Maybe a little bit, but like he's still just high S tier. Chase Hooper, like honestly, fuck you, Chase Hooper. Like I'm gonna put him F just because like this motherfucker had me thinking he was up and coming, and he's ass as fuck. I mean, he's literally ass as fuck. I'm gonna put him in F and I'm gonna leave him there. And I don't want to say nothing else about him. Honestly, nothing else about him. Chris Curtis is cool. I'm gonna just throw him low C. He's all right. I mean, boys with Sean Strickland, he's cool. Chris Duncan just fought in that main event. I actually like Chris Duncan quite a bit. Sucks that he lost, but I'm going to throw him over Bilal Muhammad there. I was going for him against Maikano, but it is what it is. And then Chris Padilla, another like alright fighter. I'm going to throw him. I don't think he belongs in D. I know he missed weight. Like that kind of shit does annoy me a little bit, but I'm just throwing him low C. I think he's solid. Christian Leroy Duncan, I don't think I don't think I like him enough to throw him in B, but I think he could go high C. I'm gonna probably put him like here. He's just up and coming. He's a pretty solid fighter too. I like him a lot. He's super athletic, and I'm looking forward to his next fights. Cyril Gahn. Honestly, Cyril Gahn, I'm gonna throw high B. I like Cyril Gahn. I know he gets kind of this rap as a dirty fighter, and I'm not saying he's not, but I think he's underrated as well. Like and I think a lot of people saw that in that Tom Aspinall first round before the eye pokes. I think him versus Pereira is going to be a great fight. Honestly, I do think Pereira is going to win, but I do like Cyril Gahn. And then Cody Brundage, like he's just mid as fuck. Honestly, like, and every time I watch this guy, like I know he's going to lose, and it's going to be somewhat close. I mean, I like him more than Bo Nickel. I'll say that. I guess I would want him to be Alexander Hernandez. Cody Garbrandt is a likable fighter. I'm going to throw him in the B, high B. He just, like, that last fight, like, he lost that shit if it wasn't for the nut shots. Even with the nut shots, a lot of people think he lost, and that's fair. It's crazy he got a win on his record for that, but he's just something else, man. That fucking shot when he fucking threw up and then he got back up, like, that was pure cinema just to do nothing afterwards, but I like him. I think he's cool. Colby Covington, bottom of F. He's fucking horrible, and I feel like, and he's not going to fight in the UFC again, he says, but he's just annoying as fuck. I mean, I know it's a character, but I don't give a fuck. He's annoying. Corey Sandhagen, honestly, I like Corey Sandhagen a lot. Hold on. I don't like that I put Azamat below King Green. Azamat there, and then Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen's a good fighter. Decent, I guess. Decent enough showing against Marab, but I'm just looking forward for him to get back out there. Cub Swanson, retirement fight coming up. I don't feel super strongly about Cub Swanson, especially at this point of his career. Like, I guess I mean, I'm putting decent guys over him. Like, I'm putting even Aaron Pico over him. Not Dariush, though. Cub Swanson can go there. I hope he gets a win in his last career fight. Curtis Blades, just a super likable guy, honestly. I almost want to throw him in A, but I do think I like some of these guys more. Like, I'd probably put him here. Yeah, I feel like I do like Sorogan more than Curtis Blades. They're both heavyweights. That's why I compared them. But yeah, he's just a likable guy. I hope he kills Josh Hokic, but we'll see. Dan Hooker, to me, like, I don't love Dan Hooker. I really don't love Dan Hooker. He puts on some decent fights, but he's just, I don't know. There's something about Dan Hooker I don't like. I don't give a fuck about all the stuff that came out about him. I don't care. Do what you want to do. It's none of my business. But just, I don't know what it is about him. There's just something I just don't fucking like about him. And I just don't see a scenario where I like hope that he wins a fight in his career at this point. Dan Ige is like just mid, and I think he belongs over some of these guys, but he's just mid, honestly. Daniel Zellhuber, top of F. Just Daniel Zellhuber's fucking a horrible fighter. They tried to push this guy, and he's just so ass. I can't remember this guy's name, but I wanted to add him in because he's the winner of Tough, and he puts on bangers. I know oh my fucking god. Please tell me I didn't just lose that shit. Okay. Whew. Except for now, if I didn't lose it, but it fucking didn't save where I had all these guys. But I'll just end up skipping guys that I don't give a fuck. If you were watching this, I'm so fucking sorry about that. Like, I'm not gonna edit that shit out either. So enjoy me thinking I fucking lost everything. But yeah, I think I was talking about Daniel Zellhuber. Just horrible, horrible fucking fighter. Honestly, just so shit. Who else do I give a fuck to put on here? Davy Grant. So Davy Grant's the next guy. I think he's just fucking solid. He's just built weird as fuck. Honestly, I'm gonna put him like here. He has a fight coming up too. He's old as fuck, built weird as fuck. That's all I gotta say about him. And then we'll go David Martinez. I actually like David Martinez. I feel like he gets a lot of like flack for some reason. Like, people don't think he's like very good. I'd put him like there, honestly. I think David Martinez is a fun fighter to watch. And I think he's solid. I think he's honestly solid. Then we'll go Figgy here. Current Figgy, I'm just not a huge fan of. He just loses. Like, that's his thing. He just loses. Oh, I was talking about this Tough guy. Yeah, I'm going to leave him there because I think his fights are fun. I'm going to throw, like, current Figgy here. He just goes out there and gets a check, and that's it. Like, he doesn't give a fuck at this point, honestly. Then Derek Lewis, like, this might be an insane take. Like, this literally might be a fucking insane take. But, like, Derek Lewis is so fucking dog shit. Like, I'm going to throw him in the bottom of C. I can't even do that, because, like, there's just some mid fighters that, like, I'm gonna throw him like here. Derek Lewis is like, honestly, at this point of his career, so dog shit. Like, it's so, I can't even watch one of his fights at this point. Like, that last fight with Waldo Cortez Acosta, like, you need to retire after that. No one wants to see you fight again. I know he's just such a great personality. I've seen him in person at a press conference, and he's so likable. The fans love him. I like him, but it's just like, I can't even put you higher because he's just like, I just don't ever want to see you fight again, you know? Diego Lopez, I mean, this is going to be an S tier for me. I love Diego Lopez. He gets a lot of hate because of the title shots. don't fucking talk to me about that shit. I didn't give it to him. I wouldn't have gave him a title shot after the Gene Silva win. He just got one because he's the fan favorite. I get it, but I would have gave one to Murphy or Evloev before him. But I mean, I like him a lot, and honestly, I like him more than Pereira. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I love Diego Lopez. I'm gonna obviously be rooting for him hard in his next fight, and maybe he gets like 3 more wins. He can get another title shot because Volk won't be the champ anymore. That's fine. I personally think he should move up to lightweight. I just feel like that would just be more of his style, and there's a lot of good matchups up there, especially against more like legends like Max Holloway would be a good matchup, and like even Oliveira. I don't think that they would ever fight, but like that would still be a fun matchup. But I love Diego Lopez. Dominic Reyes, I actually just don't like that much. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I actually kind of dis. I actually really dislike him, honestly. I would say I like Zahabi more, and I would say I actually like Zahab. God, if I could. There we go. And then Dominic Reyes. I do have him beating Johnny Walker, but I would prefer Johnny Walker to win. But Dominic Reyes is just, he's kind of fucking annoying, and I just don't really like him all that much. I'm glad he lost to Olberg. And then we have Drew Dober, another guy I just don't really actually like that much. Like, I'd say I like him more than Hooker, but it's not really that hard. Drew Dober's just, I don't know if it's his fucking face, but I don't know. I just don't like him all that much. DDP, another guy I just really don't fucking like, honestly. Like, he's better than Dominic Reyes, but he's not better than Zahabi. I would much rather see Zahabi fucking winning fights than DDP. He just, I don't know what it is about DDP, man. I just do not like him. Edson Barboza, like, he's fine. Like, a good vet. Like, I'd probably put him here. He's fine at this point of his career. We have Ethan Ewing. So Ethan Ewing actually is a guy I'd put pretty high here. I think Ethan Ewing is a fun prospect, and he's just like actually pretty good. I'd probably put him here. I just think he's good as fuck, and he's, I didn't buy into the hype totally after the Malcolm Wellmaker win, but hey, I mean, I was fucking proven wrong in his second fight. He's just really solid, and one of my friends loves this guy. I'm just gonna ride with him. I'm gonna love him as well now. And then we're gonna go with Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal. I do like Jeff Neal. I'd say I like him more than Dan Ige, but not as much as Bryce Mitchell. Let me go ahead and fucking put Bryce Mitchell up a little bit, because I actually do fuck with Bryce Mitchell. He's just so fucking hilarious, bro. Like, some of the shit he says, like, you just can't even believe. Like, Susar Kaya, like, I'm going to keep Aaron Pico above, because I think Aaron Pico can get that dub tonight. But, where did I just put, where did I just, who did I even, Jeff Neal. Yeah, Jeff Neal is kind of on just a, like, just getting slimed out after slimed out after slimed out. But he's just a good guy, man, and I'm just hope for the best for him, but, he just got to put some fucking W's out there. And then let's go ahead and do Gilbert Burns next. Gilbert Burns, like, just another guy I don't really have a super, super strong opinion about. Like, I'd put him there, honestly. He's got a main event next week. I'm not really looking forward to that card that much, but hey, I'll just throw him there. He's a legend of the game. And then let's go RoboCop. I do love me some RoboCop. I'd say I'm going to put him... If he fought Fluffy, I'd probably go for Fluffy. So I'm going to go ahead and throw him there, high B. RoboCop's just a likable guy. The way he looks too is just fucking insane. So I'm going to just throw him there. And I'm so pissed that this is just like out of the order I put it in. But Harry Hardwick, honestly, bro, like, he's such an entertaining fucking fighter, bro. Like, I'm putting him above Gutierrez. I know he's 0-2 in the UFC, but he was just in a fucking war, and I loved him before that because, like, just his fucking, he's ugly as fuck, and he's just leg kick TKO'd in his debut on short notice, and then he goes into a fucking war. Yeah, I'm gonna throw him in B. I just like him. I hope he gets a win one day. I'm glad they're keeping him. I'm not gonna do Cejudo. Ian Gary, like, this is another F. High F. I mean, honestly, honestly, bro, like I he's comparable to Colby Covington, but I'm just gonna put him in the F. I fucking hate Ian Gary. I think he deserves a title shot, but I still fucking hate him. Um, Ilya, I've started to like Ilya a lot more recently. Like I'd probably put him here. I like Olberg more. I know it's fucking probably crazy. I'm the only person who probably feels that way. But like Ilya to me is corny as fuck, honestly. But I mean, I can't deny the skills and the entertainment value he brings. I feel like a lot of Ilya fans are like the same fans that like hate on Chimaev and these other fighters for fighting once a year. I mean, like, let's be fucking real. If anyone's a part-time champion, it's Ilya. I know, like, Chimaev, at least, he's going to be fighting before Ilya, and then he fought, like, I don't know. I just feel like I like Ilya. He's just such a cornball to me, and his fans are so ride or die. Like, it's honestly just fucking annoying as fuck, honestly, but I'll leave it at that. And with saying that, I mean, Islam's probably my favorite fighter. Um, I mean, and maybe that shows the Ilya hate. Like Islam would fucking smash Ilya, but let's just fucking hope. I mean, I don't think that fight's ever gonna happen, but if it does, I think Islam kills him. But I think it'd be a good fight. But I do think Islam wins. But yeah, Islam's my favorite fighter, so probably he's gonna probably keep this spot. I just love Islam. I don't need to say much more about him, honestly. Everyone knows about him. Adesanya falling off of a fucking cliff, but I'd still put him in the B. Like I'd still put him above a decent amount of these guys. Like I'd probably put him here. He's just so trash at this point. He needs to retire. He's talking about fighting again. I just don't want to see it. JDM, I'd put in B as well. I'm gonna probably put like a decent amount of guys ahead of him. Yeah, like JDM's solid. Just that's all I gotta really say about him. He's solid. Nothing crazy. Jacoby Smith. This is a guy I'm actually happy to talk about. He is a beast. I'm gonna put Jacoby Smith like below Ilya, like once below, like as a favorite. Like I try not to like be super super biased because like he's still just a prospect that hasn't been truly tested, and just throw him up in the S. But I think like he's gonna be one of my favorite fighters one day, on the trajectory he's on. And then I'm gonna do Jailton Almeida even though he's not in the UFC anymore. Jailton Almeida gets a lot of hate, man, and I'm gonna throw him bottom of C. I think Jailton Almeida is boring as fuck, yes, but he's also just a solid heavyweight. Like we're cutting a ranked heavyweight after two straight losses when Tai Tuivas's boring fat ass is literally still in the UFC getting fights on a 18 fight losing streak. Like that's fucking ridiculous how they did him, and that almost made me like him more. So that's why I'm gonna rank him there. And I know no one's gonna agree with that, but and then we have Jacob Wicklax, who caught a stray in my last video, I think. But I do like Wicklax. I'm actually going to throw him in the C. I'm going to throw him above Charles Jourdain. He's solid. Honestly, he's solid. And he got that, like, last second sub in his last fight that, like, won him the fight. He was not going to win that shit by decision. So that's a good win. And then he beat Patchy Mix, which is another good win. So, yeah, I'm just gonna throw him there, and then we have Jalen Turner, who I actually do like. I just feel like he's a solid guy. I'm gonna throw him probably here behind Gutierrez. Yeah, I think he's solid, man. Just a fun fighter. He fought Barboza on the card that I went to and got that win, so I'm gonna just throw him up there. Jamal Hill, I mean, just unlikable, honestly. Like I'd probably go for him against Dominic Reyes, so I'm gonna throw him there. All I gotta say about him. Jared Cannonier. I like Jared Cannonier, honestly. He's just old as fuck, and I think, but he's actually still solid. I'd probably honestly put him like here. I feel like that's a good spot for him. And then on to the next fighter, we have Jean Paul Levesque. He's a good prospect. I don't think he's like super super great. Like I'm not gonna put him above a ton in front of a ton of these guys. Like I would probably rather see Wicklax fight at this point. But he's still young. He's just small for the division, and we'll see how his career end up. I'm not saying like he's gonna have a bad career by putting him here. It's just like by favoritism, right? Like I just, who would I rather see fight? Who would I cheer for in a fight, kind of thing. But on to the next guy, Gene Silva. I mean, I'm gonna put him in the S tier. I'm gonna put him below Pereira though. Gene Silva is easily one of my favorite fighters. A lot of people think he's corny. I think he's hilarious, and he's just so good as well. Like that fight between him and Lopez was such a fucking banger fight. Um, so that's why I'm gonna rank him that high. And a lot of people might not love that ranking, but hey, I don't care. Um, Yuri Prohaska is fighting tonight. If I can find him, okay. He's going in the S as well. I'd say he's gonna probably go here. He's just, I mean, easily in that top five for me. I mean, maybe top three. I mean, but we'll see, I guess. But yeah, I just love Yuri. I talked a ton about him in my prediction. I don't want to say any more and repeat myself. But yes, he's just a great fighter. I'm gonna leave him there. And then we have Joaquin Buckley, who is a likable guy, honestly. I actually do like Joaquin Buckley quite a bit. And I'd say I like him more. I'd probably put him below Martinez. But yeah, likable guy, honestly. Super likable guy. He's got a fight against Sean Brady coming up. That'll be a banger, I'm sure. Joe Pyfer. Like, I did hate Joe Pyfer, but I'm starting to like him a little bit more. I know it's crazy because I'm going to end up putting him in D. But like I thought he was F. But like he's a little bit better now. So I'm gonna end up putting him in D, like as likability. Obviously, he beats Izzy and finishes him and all that, but Joel Alvarez is a good fighter as well. I just need to see more from him. Like me personally, not necessarily him in the UFC, but I'm just saying like me personally, I'd probably put him here in the C. Just haven't seen a ton of his fights. And that's my fault, I know, but let's see who else we got here. Johnny Walker, I love Johnny Walker. I'd honestly probably put Johnny Walker like below Azamat. I know it's kind of crazy, but I just I just love Azamat clearly. But yeah, Johnny Walker is just such a fun fighter and such a good personality. Um, Jonathan McAuliffe, another young Australian guy. I think he's solid. I'd probably put him below Susurkayev, honestly. But he's still a fun young fighter. Let's see who else we got here who is worth me. Josh Emmett. I just don't fucking like Josh Emmett, honestly. I'm gonna probably throw him. Honestly, I literally actually just don't fucking like him. Like, now that I'm looking at his face more, I just don't fucking like him. I'm gonna throw him here. He's just kind of a bitch, honestly. I'm at this point. Josh Hokic, that's automatic bottom of F. I absolutely hate him. I don't even want to talk about him, honestly. I hope he fucking loses tonight. And I had in my prediction, I had him winning. Um, but hopefully he loses tonight. But we'll see. Joshua Van. I'm probably gonna put Joshua Van like here. I like Joshua Van a lot. It sucks how he won the title. You see, I like Pantoja more, but I like Joshua Van, man. He's underrated at this point, honestly. Young as fuck. Like, we're so close in age. It's kind of crazy. Um, but yeah, he gets a lot of hate, but I think he's good. Gaethje, not my favorite fighter. I know it's kind of crazy, but you'll see why later on. I'm probably gonna throw him like. It's gonna be crazy that I'm putting him below King Green, but I'm going to. In B, he's gonna get killed by Ilya. I honestly like Ilya more, I think, which is kind of crazy because usually I'm rooting against him just because I want to see him lose, but not at this point. I don't think. Honestly, I kind of am starting to like Ilya more and more. Kyle Sakura, I actually really like Kyle Sakura. I loved him in Ryzen. Going back and watching some of those fights, and you'll see that I for some reason just have such a bias with the Asian fighters. I'm gonna put him like here. I don't know what it is like about the Asian fighters for me, but I just love their style. Just love the way a lot of them fight, especially like the Japanese guys. And you'll see that later on. Kyle Sakura moving up to bantamweight. Hopefully he can get a win finally in the UFC and he doesn't get cut and we can see more of him. Kamaru Usman. I like Usman. I just don't love him. I'm gonna end up throwing him in B. Low B, low B. And then we've got Manel Cobb. This is a guy I do quite like. Sorry, I just clearly don't know how to use a fucking computer. And I lost Manel Cobb. Oh, here he is. Okay. I do like Manel Cobb actually quite a bit. I'd throw him below Usman, but I like Manel Cobb. Him versus Horiguchi will be a good matchup. And then we've got KG here. I don't hate him, don't love him. I'd probably put him like here. He's solid. I got him winning tonight. Let's see, Kevin Holland. I've got him winning tonight as well. And I do like him. He's kind of lost some steam for me with those last couple losses, but I'm gonna end up throwing him in low B. And then we have Kevin Vallejos. I do love him. Up and coming fighter. I'm gonna even put him above Fluffy. Not above Arnold Allen though. He's just a really fun fighter to watch, and I'm looking forward to see what else he's got in store for us. And we have Khalil Roundtree. I do love me some Khalil Roundtree. I'm probably gonna put Khalil above Curtis Blades. I think he's just a fun guy. That fight against Yuri was a banger. Hamzat Chimaev is gonna go in the A for me. I'm gonna put him low A. I do like some Hamzat Chimaev, and a lot of people don't. Hey, to each their own. I like Hamzat. He's dominant, and that's what I like about him. He's just I think he's, a lot of people hate him, and I get it. But Kyle Dawkins is just like such a C tier fighter. Like I'll put him maybe above Kevin Gastelum, but like not a whole lot higher. I hope he beats Bo Nickel, but it's like it's Kyle Dawkins. It's just not. I don't have a whole lot to say about him. Horiguchi, I do like me some Horiguchi. He is honestly having some bangers in the UFC. I'm even gonna throw him in the A. Like Horiguchi, I really hope he can beat Manel Kape and get that title shot. Because he's just so solid, man. I'm gonna throw him in the A. Leon Rocky Edwards, I'm gonna throw him in the B. I mean, I like him more than Usman. I'm actually gonna put him below Usman. I don't think I like him as much as Usman at this point. He's just losing, and needs to take a step back probably. But let's see who else we got here. Lerone Murphy. I mean, he's just mid. High C. He's just mid. He should have got a title shot when he was undefeated. He's not on that level. He would have got destroyed. I think Evolev's probably going to get destroyed. But I'm going to throw him high C. And let's see who else we got. Loney Kavanaugh. I do love me some Loney Kavanaugh. I'm really going to put him pretty high as well. I'd even put him above Kyle Sakura. Above Johnny Walker. Above Azamat. I'd put him here. Honestly. I think he's a good fighter. That fight against Brandon Moreno, he just showed so much more skill than when he fought Charles Johnson, sorry. Luke Riley, I like Luke Riley. I'd even put him low B. I actually like this guy quite a bit. A lot of people are hating on him, saying he's just not all that, but I mean he might not be, but I just think he's a pretty solid fighter, pretty good guy, and pretty likable. Magomed Ankalaev isn't all that likable, but I'll still put him in the middle of the C tier. Like, I'd put him here. He's not all that likable, Wellmaker at this point, he was cool, when he was on the run, then he loses. Like, he's not somebody I hate, but I wouldn't say I love him. I'd probably put him, like, here. We'll see what his career has for him. Bautista is actually so underrated in my opinion. Like, I'm gonna put him above some decent fighters here. Like, I like him more than I like Kamaru Usman right now. All of these guys, Joaquin Buckley, David Martinez. Ethan Ewing is probably where I call it, though. But I think he's underrated as fuck, and a lot of people don't like him. He had such a good showing his last time out. Um, Max Holloway, automatic S tier. I'm putting Max Holloway number 2. Automatic S tier for me, for sure. Just love me some Max Holloway. Costa. At this point, like, this video is kind of dragging. So I'm going to try to, like, I'm sorry, like, I know this is going to be long as fuck, hard to watch. I just wanted to put this out there, even for my own kind of, whatever. I love me some Costa. I'd even say I like him more than I like Volk. I'm going to put him here. Costa's great, man. He's such a fun fighter, and I hope he can get past Arnold Allen. And I love Arnold Allen. I have him pretty high here. But I love me some Costa. I'm just going to go see, like, who really needs to be on this. Like, no kind of more mid-tier fighters. Like, Mario Pinto, like, it's just pretty mid, like, to me. I'm putting him probably, like, here. Probably below Susurkayev. Like, Michael Chandler, pretty fucking unlikable, honestly. But I wouldn't say, like, incredibly unlikable. I'd probably throw him in the low D or mid D. Marab. I do like Marab. Do I like him more than some of these guys? Like, no. I'm probably going to throw him... it's crazy that I'm putting him below some of these guys, but I'm going to throw him in the high B. But Marab, he's just a good guy. Not like the most entertaining fighter in the world. That's probably why he's so low. Michael Morales, I do actually really like Michael Morales. I almost want to put him in the A tier, but I'm going to actually put him a little above Carlos Ulberg here. I'm going to put him in the high B. And then let's go ahead and do Mazar Evloev. I'm going to just try to stick to like the more known guys now. Mazar Evloev's, I think he gets a lot of hate. I think he's actually pretty likable. I'm going to put him pretty decently in my B tier here. I'm looking forward to his next fight, honestly. I'm going to put him below Bajalios. But I'm looking forward to him versus Volk, honestly. And let me see here. Roofy is going to go high B. I'd probably put Roofy there. Super entertaining fighter, super fun fighter. Nice bounce back win for him. And then we've got Paddy the Baddy. And he's going to go into my top 3. I love me some Paddy the Baddy. And also when I ranked Max Holloway, I didn't tell you, like, I've met Max Holloway. Like, so it's kind of like I've played Baccarat with Max Holloway. So I would say I'm very good friends with Max Holloway. But no, that's the only reason why I'm going to put Max above Paddy, because I do just love Paddy. But, like, that's definitely holding Max that high. I'll say that. Barcelos, such an underrated fighter. Such an underrated fighter. This guy's so underrated. I'm going to put him pretty high. Because I love watching him fight, too. He's a good fighter. He's a fun fighter. I'm putting him above Izzy, man. Like, such an underrated fighter. I'm just trying to see, like, who else needs to be ranked. I don't want this video to go on forever and ever. I'm honestly going to put Moreno in the D. Moreno, to me, just pretty ass. Like, honestly, at this point in his career, just ass. Like, I like him more than I like Joe Pyfer, I guess. But, like, that last fight was just literally actually made me just hate Moreno. Tom Aspinall, not the biggest Tom Aspinall fan. But, like, I like Cyril more, and I know that's fucking crazy, right? Maybe I'll put him, like, above Cyril because I'm starting to like him more. But not my favorite fighter in the whole world. But he's still, a fighter that I like quite a bit. I'm just trying to see, like, who else really needs to be on here. Like, Walter Walker, I like quite a bit. I'd probably put him above a decent amount of these guys. Probably right there in the B. Like Steven Asplin, I like a lot. Like, would it be crazy if I said I like him more than I like Ilya? Yeah, it would be. I'm gonna honestly, I like him more than I like Tom though, so I'm gonna put him probably there. Even after his loss to Petrino. Jan, I don't think I think I like just a little bit more than I like Murad at this point. Um, but like, yeah, I don't like him more than I like Roundtree or any of those guys. Raul Rojas Jr. Like, this is gonna be a hot take, bro, but like, get your ass in the F tier. Like, I just don't ever want to see him fight again. He's so ugly and he's so boring. I don't want to see this guy fight again. I really just don't. Umar though, and a lot of people are gonna think that I'm just like, um, you know, a big Dagestani fan for sure, but Umar I do like a lot. And I'd probably put him even here. I like Umar a lot. Um, After talking about how Rojas Jr. is boring, I just throw Umar in the fucking high. But and then we have Peyton Talbot here. I do like Peyton Talbot a lot too. I probably put him above Sandhagen. Like, I would want him to beat Sandhagen. Honestly, like, I'd probably like him more than Jan. So I'm gonna probably throw him there. Um, Sugar Sean O'Malley is going to go into the A tier above Horiguchi. No, he's going to go below Horiguchi because I just don't. I don't know. I like him. Who doesn't like Sean? But, it's just hard sometimes to like him. Sean Strickland is going to go in the high F tier for me. I just don't fucking like Sean Strickland, man. I just don't like him. I really just don't like him. Tai Tuivasa, low F tier. Literally, fuck that guy. Then we have Tatsuro Taira, who I'm gonna throw him in the S tier. I love me some Tatsuro Taira, man. I'm gonna keep him here as well, just because I think all of these other fighters I like more. But I love me some Tatsuro Taira, man. Terrence McKinney, he's gonna go in that S tier. He's just an absolute fun fighter. Love his personality. Love me some T-Rex. Cedricus Dumas, another guy who's going to go pretty high. Honestly, like, not that good of a fighter. If you see this, Cedricus, I'm sorry, but just not that great of a fighter. But entertaining guy, entertaining story. I mean, I'm going to probably put him, like, one above King Green. I don't know. Cedricus Dumas is just something else, man. Like Rob Font, boring as fuck. Holy shit, for boring as fuck. I'd still put him like above some of these guys, but yeah, just another boring ass fighter. Waldo Cortez Acosta. And this video I know is long as fuck. I'm sorry guys, but I'm gonna probably throw Waldo like here, probably above Steven Asplin. No, I'd probably put him there. There's 4 straight heavyweights there, but I like Waldo, and I hope he gets that win over Volkov, and I hope he goes on a little title run, and or gets to the title, I should say. And then honestly, I'm trying to see like Song Yadong. I like quite a bit. Like, I'd probably throw him like, I would want him to beat Bautista and Ewing and Barcelos, and like, I would want him to win a lot of these fights, but I'm probably going to throw him here in the B. And honestly, unless I see Quillen Salkill is a good one to rank. I love me some Quillen Salkill. I'm probably going to put him like here. Just super fun fighter. Super young, super good. But yeah, honestly, I think that's going to be it. I do see some other... I think my mic just fucking went out, but I think I'm gonna. I see some other good fighters like Paulo Costa's here. I'm not fucking ranking Paulo Costa. Gamrot, like, I'm missing out on a lot, but I think this is a good place to end this video. Because it's long as fuck at this point. I don't know how long I've been recording for, but I just wanted to put this kind of out there, even just for myself, just to kind of show. I did not think it was going to take this long, and There has been a lot of hiccups in this video, but hey, this is a new young channel, so not everything's gonna go fucking perfect, obviously. So it's still gonna be uploaded. I don't give a fuck. I'm not editing this shit either, so it's probably shitty ass content to put out. But I mean, at this point, this is my second video. I just kind of wanted to upload something, so I'm gonna leave it at that. And hopefully, you guys have a great Saturday and a great UFC 327. And hopefully, uploaded early tomorrow will be my reaction to 327. Also matchmaking them, and then we will just move on to next week's card and go from there. But yeah, guys. But and I have some other ideas. If you guys have any ideas you want me to upload as well, go ahead and comment them down below. And hopefully we can keep growing this channel so then I can make better content than this, because this was kind of not the greatest, obviously, but I don't want to keep talking down on it. Let's just go ahead and get into 327 and hope that you guys have a great Saturday. So thank you for watching, and see you later.